You're upset that I'm letting people onto Yap. That's your criticism.
The fact that Sunday, I know, the fact that you're letting them, like, it's not that you're letting them onto Yap, it's that you're not really talking about the real killer in this conversation. I don't care. I want Destiny to be ruined from this. I want his career to be over, and I'm going to do everything that I can legally.
1 minute uninterrupted, by the way.
What is cool about Bo Burnham?
Nothing.
Right. So, do you guys just hate fun?
J-Stalk sidetracked the conversation, but Kelly was cooking. It's like, there's a bunch of things that happened, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Who's this Dockbringer person? I'm being harassed by the Pond Scum podcast. I'm being harassed by Pond Scum podcast.
On February 11th.
Not this loser, man.
Seems like he's not above, for example,
this worm and this bird are harassing
just for
me.
Having abnormal gender expression. He's not above people for looking like different. He's not above like making fun of people for looking different. Like I just don't. It's very.
No, he's a normie. He's like the guy that you meet at the gym when you're a leftist and you're like, I gotta go to the gym. It's been a year.
Wait,
and then you talk about leftism. And Kuihman is like, oh, that's cool, man. Oh, yeah, that's...
Oh, they are talking about me. They are harassing me.
Oh, he's like Joe Rogan 8 years ago.
Yeah. Henry, let me know if you want to join or if you're just still chilling, by the way. But yeah, so he's just like the guy reacting. Is he just like the chat? Is he just chat reacting? That's what I like about Chud, is that Chud was kind of just like the typical internet user reacting to stuff online, but he didn't seem to... I guess the difference with Chud is that
awesome headcanon here, guys. I'm loving it.
That I would never really anticipate like high moral character from him. Yeah, it's like you're just a draw. Like I don't know. Kuihman sometimes uses the language of like moral condemnation more, which doesn't really work for you.
What?
You're kind of like scraping the bottom of the barrel there, and you're not really. You're probably doing a lot more harm than good with some of your coverage as well. So yeah.
I'll talk about that. How am I doing more harm than good?
Welcome anybody just joining, by the way. We had 16 viewers, then we got 14.
I would love to talk about that.
Chat, if you can get a better time on getting banned from the Kuihman Discord, I will personally send you a sub to Duck's newly crowned 50-follower stream.
Oh man, somebody added me as friend from the Kuihman Discord. Let me see what's going on here.
Like you are approachable.
Well, we don't want to know anything about that. I think that's enough of that, to be honest. Let's just move on from that. Look, if anyone wants to come on, well, I timed that person out from chat because they left a comment on my video the other day, like all caps. Please let me come on to your stream and talk about extortion. And I'm like, no, I don't really care about that. I don't want some random retard coming on to just explain extortion to me. That sounds like a nightmarish experience. And then they were in chat again today, and they typed in all caps again, and I was like, I just got angry. I saw red because they typed in all caps, and that's why I timed them out. They were in all caps, so I saw red, and I was just like, get rid, because I recognized their name from that comment. So I was totally just like, it's death time. So I just took them out immediately. And yeah, now I guess they were in Discord, typing in all caps, and they're on stream. Did they get banned from the Discord? Did someone ban them? But if they think I make moral condemnations that I can't live up to, or something like that, I'm more than willing to hear the criticism if they want to come on and do that. I just don't want to have like a fucking hour-long debate with some layman retard about what extortion is under the law. That's not what I'm looking to do today. Well, how do I see the ban list on Discord? How do I do that? Bans, here we go. Let's unban this Duckbringer person in case they want to get on. And Leader wanted an unban as well. I will actually help Leader out with an unban. Here we go. So that's done. In fact, I'll message him too and let him know. I'll let him know. Leader's fine. Leader's fine, okay? I agree. I had a bad impression of Leader initially too. When he was on like WIC panels and stuff. But he's actually he is kind of boring. But he's like I'm fine with people being boring as long as they're like relatively intelligent, you know. If they seem relatively intelligent and competent and capable of putting something together in their head and like synthesizing evidence, then that's like you're in top 30% online. Tune back into Duckbringer. Pepsi's on.
Why are you like a smug bug skinwalker? What's that about?
I would not say I'm a smug bug skinwalker.
You are.
I mean, I'm using the brand. I'm using like the puppet aesthetic
Yeah.
a little bit because it's really cool.
Yeah.
Why would I disavow like a cool aesthetic?
The guy sucks. He's a loser.
Why do you think he's a
So
loser?
I wouldn't
this is really interesting. Okay, so we got. Okay,
it's interesting. Why are you saying stuff like that? Like, oh, this is really. Don't feign interest, okay?
I'm not feigning interest. I'm legitimately interested.
Okay.
Why do you think
are you like
is a loser? Because
what time zone are you in?
I'm like a US. Yeah.
Just so I know if like how. All right. Okay, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. So what I'm wondering is because I'm pretty new to this community, I don't have a horse in the race in terms of like smug.
I don't believe you. I think that you have been here a while and you're desperate to make the streaming career work.
Okay, that's interesting.
I can tell because you put a lot of work into your streamer layout and additionally
thank you so much. That's really sweet of you to say. I mean,
you're shit at Minecraft, which I mean obviously
I'm the mayor of Spawn
because you're focused on the stream.
All I'm doing is hitting wood and
you're not good enough at the game.
To villagers, I didn't even know how to auto select stuff. You're correct about that.
All right, well there you go.
Yeah.
But listen, I mean
I've been playing since beta. I've been playing since beta, but I obviously don't know how to play the game like when it comes to that. I haven't even done Redstone. I'm waiting for the Redstone.
I feel a bit guilty that I'm talking to you right now, to be honest. I don't think I should be talking.
Wait, did he leave or did my internet just fuck up?
Talking to you.
Okay, but like, what do you want to get to?
I feel like you should know. Listen, I feel like you should know. Kuihman unbanned you from a server. He said he'd talk to you on stream right now. I'm just wasting your time.
Okay,
you should go talk to him. I don't have anything funny.
I would much rather talk to. Yeah, okay. What I'm really interested about is getting into an ethics discussion. But thank you so much for your time.
Ethics discussion.
I'm not a. I would say that I'm not a smug skinwalker, although I'm definitely using his brand. I mean, I'm a smug.
Says you're asexual.
No.
Says you're not ace.
What?
What does that mean? Not ace. I didn't say you were asexual. Why do you say I'm not ace?
Did I cut off? I said I'm not a smug skinwalker, maybe.
Right. Okay, no, okay, that's fine. But listen,
but
I mean...
kind of like, but in a sense we are, you know, because we kind of want to make small streamers get popular on their own little brand. So I would say, like, taking a little bit of that bag.
You know, YouTube's where it's at, I think, I'll give you that advice.
Yeah, I'm trying to branch out because I don't really, I mean, monetization-wise, I have Restream, I have a YouTube.
Dude, why is the stream lagging? Fuck's sake.
Wise, I have Restream, I have
God, this is so annoying, dude. How do I... The stream break? Oh yeah, they just went offline. Their stream died. Oh wait, there we go. They're back. Kuihman versus Willie Mac, and they both suck was the stream title. What the fuck, man? Why do I suck? And it wasn't Kuihman versus Willie Mac. That wasn't meant to be the point. It was Beckett versus Willie Mac. I was just pitching in, trying to make the better version of the point. Willie was getting very defensive with me. Okay, yeah, that shit's fucked. Okay, well that was kind of funny, hearing some small streamer talk shit.
Hello.
Hello, Darkbringer. You commented on my video saying you wanted to talk about extortion. I don't want to have a lengthy debate about extortion, but I watched your stream.
I do not want to either.
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched your stream and you said that I used the language of moral superiority, but I'm a bad person who does damage to everything I cover or something. Not quite that, but you know what I mean.
Did I say that?
No, you
I
said
don't know
something
that
else,
I
but I'm
said
paraphrasing.
that.
I'm paraphrasing.
A lot of people were talking, but basically, no. You, Kuihman, you've done a pretty good job of covering this. I think that you did a pretty good job of covering like the sympathetic perspective to Pixie. But what I don't like is that, okay, so I actually have a gripe, if you want me to reference it specifically. Yep. So you had a chatter at the 1 hour mark of your Destiny Secretary begs Turkey Tom to save her career Kuihman video that you had. You had a chatter come on. He was disagreeing with you by defending Erudite. He did have a very meaningful bit of insight about ethics. So the reason I wanted to get to talk to you about ethics is because what everybody's talking about here when they're talking about Sunday's video, I think they're missing the point. Obviously, Sunday did some fucked shit, and if you don't agree with what he did in terms of like revealing Pixie's identity when he did and not engaging in like a lot more consideration, and if you think he was a money grabber, like that's all whatever. But what I really want to get to is that the transfer of DMs, and whenever Pixie was saying, not only because obviously there's a legitimate, like you were saying, it's not extortion for Pixie to say in private communications, hey, I think that I should be compensated for this, right? But what's extortion might be, hey, I think that he should be punished a lot. I think that he should suffer from this. Like, I think that this should be punitive in a way that might go over what the law would entail. So I think the problem then is that when Pixie communicated that she wants him to be punished and wants him to actually think about it, right? I've got some flapping lips on me. Thank you, Chad. I love you, Chad. Thank you. Follow me on Twitch, Duckbringer. Anyways, so what I was saying is that the ethics of not only with what your chatter was saying about Kyla should have known better, or is her name Kyla, whatever the fuck her name is. Erudite should have known better about when it came to like if she wants to have a clinic, she should have been a more ethical person. Also, when it comes to like whoever like tracing back whoever sent the DMs to who and who took the information that Pixie wanted to punish Destiny and sent it back. Not only did Destiny talking to Erudite and saying, hey, you should go talk to this person that you are already going to have a friendly conversation with about the crime that I did. That's already unethical. It's already an ethical breach there. The other ethical breach was Erudite agreeing to do that, right? And then not only that, but after Erudite had those private conversations with Pixie, she asked, I believe at some point in the conversation, that, okay, can I send this to Destiny? That was so fucked for Erudite to do. She should know that she should have read that conversation and been like, okay, if I'm going to say anything, okay, Pixie, can I say this part of it? You should like, just like what, like, I think like as many criticisms as I have of Dan, he actually did a somewhat decent thing of saying like, hey, you shouldn't say this, hey, you shouldn't do this, hey, you should just get a lawyer. Like he was a little bit more litigious about it, whereas Erudite was still trying to toe the line between being Pixie's friend and being her like mediator in the situation, and that's why the ethics of it were totally messed up.
So you're basically saying that she should have not been a liaison and should have recognized there was a conflict of interest there.
She should have known immediately, but not only that. So the reason that I get into the ethics point of it, and that's where the actual breach is because when people had DMs of Pixie saying like, hey, I want anything where Pixie were saying like what she wanted the compensation to be and why she wanted it, anybody that shared that to Destiny knowingly or somebody that they knew reasonably would have shared it in a way that would have gotten back to Destiny before Pixie actually had legal representation, they were ultimately like saying, fuck you, Pixie, I don't care about your ultimate legal case, because essentially they were making it so that by sharing it to Destiny, either they might have been engaging in coercion, or they were at least muddying the waters to give cover to Destiny in that sense. And that's what I really hate about the extortion claim.
Duckbringer, are you single? I feel like I'd never have to speak a word again with you.
Okay, so where exactly do you disagree with me? What was your criticism for me?
It's that you're letting these people on and you're letting them, like, in particular, you're letting them yap about who is responsible for who in terms of, like, posting the video.
So you're upset that I'm letting people on to yap. That's your criticism.
The fact that Sunday, I know, the fact that you're letting them, like, it's not that you're letting them on to yap, it's that you're not really talking about the real killer in this conversation, which was that the people, like, you could go back through the DMs and you could trace who had these communications with Pixie, all right? And then who took those communications with Pixie and spread them in a in a inconsiderate way or in a reckless way that would either hurt Pixie's case or would make it seem like she was trying to extort Destiny or trying to do something through leveraging the privacy of the conversation. Like that's the other thing about extortion, is that if you reveal a crime to the public, if you basically leverage, oh, I can make this public or not, that can actually be considered extortion if you're trying to get more money out of somebody before you go public with something, right? So those are the sort of money lines that I really hate in this situation.
Okay,
Anyways.
okay. So you think that people just come on stream and don't address the real issues? That's your problem.
It's not just that. It's that you're allowing the conversation to be more about like I think any conversation that muddies the line around, oh, was Pixie trying to extort anyone? Because I don't think that even if a message was sent from one person to another of something that Pixie said, and even if Pixie agreed explicitly, hey, yeah, you can transfer this conversation, the people that were acting around her were way more rational actors. They were way more responsible actors for like their part in it. They should have not disseminated that information. They shouldn't have asked Pixie. They shouldn't have requested to spread that information. So that's really the killer. Like that's really the killer of this like whole thing, is that anybody that asked Pixie, because Pixie is blameless in this, even if she said, I don't care. I want Destiny to be ruined from this. I want his career to be over, and I'm going to do everything that I can legally. And then at the end of that emotional tangent, somebody was like, "Oh, can I share this with Destiny, by the way?" And you're like, "Yeah, you know what? Screw you. I want you to share this to Destiny." That is just like that is such fucked advocacy for a victim to begin with. Like, I don't know. I just like everything that Erudite did in this situation. Like, obviously, I think everybody's on board with fuck Erudite. I'm not taking a brave stance by saying fuck Erudite, but holy shit. Like, it's just, so I guess what I'm saying, if you want to like target in this situation, if you want to look through the DMs, and when you have people like Willie Mack on who are associated with Destiny, to be like, you really think it's extortion that she was talking emotionally in the DMs? Do you really think it's extortion that she was fucking discussing wanting to ruin him financially when she was ruined financially from him? And that like maybe in the moment, like this is not a legal circumstance. Anyways, if you're, I'm not going to read your fucking chat, actually. That's a bad idea.
I agree. Pepsi, or Pastry, wanted to speak to you again, I think. He's
legit. Sorry for yapping. Thank you.
Hey, Pastry.
So, you can call me Pepsi. I'm just going to change my name in like a week.
No problem.
Hey, Pepsi, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Duckbringer, I just thought because, and I empathize a bit with you. I've been in similar situations, but basically what you want to do is you want to sort of like ask a question and then wait for the person to respond. Because if you don't, it just kind of comes off as if you're just going to keep talking. It's an important skill. Because I've had this issue before in my life as well. I think it's an important skill for you to like learn at this early point in your.
Did you come in to give advice? Is that it, Pepsi? Is that what you're here for?
Thank you. I appreciate it. What life advice? So that I should wait. So that I should ask questions. What was it?
Are you seriously so fucking retarded that I have to like repeat myself? Are you like? Come on, man.
I am.
Seriously.
Please do it.
Please.
Please. You came in here. You took the time. Please.
And now you're like gonna fucking get mad at it. I'm like, if you don't listen the first time, I'm telling you. Like, learn to fucking, like, just say a thing and don't just keep going. Because otherwise you're going to come off as, like annoying. Is that simple?
I had a lot of things that I was saying there. There was a lot of points to
You were repeating, you were looping. Be honest with yourself, you were looping.
Some people were like, I was getting some messages that were like, base queen, go off, queen, go off.
If you had to write that down, it would be a lot
Keep telling her things. Anyways, what were we talking
to yourself now. And you're just reading chats now. You don't even understand the in-joke that chatter just wrote. Are you like?
No, I don't. I'm not a part of this community. I'm sorry.
You don't listen
I'm a liar.
To me, are you?
I'm a poser. I am. I'm trying to. I'm really trying to. I swear that I'm trying to.
Can we get Bloodbringer on
I understand this works for you in your life. I don't blame you for getting to this point, but I'm just saying that from a streaming perspective, it's not very effective. It's like you can be smug if you want, but you are just like a pathetic failure at the end of the day.
I can't be smug.
Especially if you don't take this.
I can't be smug. That man has an amazing content schedule.
And that's why I just don't like Smugbug, and I didn't want to change my name in the first place, Cream, because these are the people that associate with him. and I feel like by this whole name fiasco.
Yeah, can we dig into this? What's the deal with the visual similarities between your stream and SmugBug's stream? Are you from that area? What's happening here?
Yeah, so basically they have a Patreon where you can like get a little critter that appears on the show. And I wanted to do streaming for a while. I wanted to do it for like 2023 since like I got into like DBTV, Lonerbox, Discord, and a whole bunch of other shit. So I tried to like get into it, and I didn't really have an idea. And then I saw this stupid little puppet show where they were moving the stupid puppets around, and they were talking about schizopolitics, and they were like doing kind of like the J-Reg thing, but on like a much stupider format. And I was like, oh, that's my shit right there. That's my shit. I want to fucking, it's amazing. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just, the idea behind it is a decentralized streaming community. We're not trying to get that bag. I'm not trying to make this my career. I have a day job. You should have a day job, because if you're trying to be a streaming person telling people on the internet how they should feel about things, and you're not actually touching grass every now and then, you're probably going to end up leading people astray. So yeah.
1 minute uninterrupted, by the way.
Yeah.
Listen, I just think that you're like you're a loser, basically, because you're not even being honest about how obviously you are inspired by SmugBug. And it's like,
I was inspired by him. I was directly inspired. What do you fucking mean? I was directly inspired by him. I was directly inspired.
Is like a facsimile of like his. You could at least acknowledge that.
Like what?
You're just kind of like aping his style.
Okay.
Where he's like this like obnoxious loser who like sort of is jolly.
Obnoxious loser. You are currently on the Discord of an obnoxious loser who covers drama slop. We're all obnoxious losers. We're in the obnoxious loser. Okay.
Now. You have like a weird like echo.
You have to have humility. I don't know. Do I have humility?
You don't. You see yourself as like this quirky manic pixie dream girl. Because you're a fucking, like, waste
Let's see how much you can project on me. What else you got? What else you got? Let's see. I can psychoanalyze so much of what you're just telling me. I am the gray goo for you to project onto. Do it.
Okay,
let's do it.
Instead of coming up with theories about who this person is, Duckbringer, tell us, who are you? Who are you?
That's true.
Who am I?
Yeah.
I am, so I am a person who I was like really into the alt-right space online in like 2016. I was into like esoteric, like image board posting, and I really
which image boards? Which image boards did you use?
It would violate a lot of rules to say. I don't know, but no, the point is that like, no, I'm not gonna like the point is that I'm somebody who came from a very dark place on the internet, like a very fucked place, a place where a lot of people are just kind of projecting their mental illnesses and their worst tendencies outwards, right? And I obviously adopted a very nihilistic, cynical kind of politics because of that. And then I would say that because of some of my life experiences, I saw why that nihilistic worldview is really not sustainable. I decided to expand my horizons and get into like a little bit more. I mean, I don't even think left wing is appropriate, but more like humanist politics and more. I tried to branch out more, but I'm trying to figure out why shit's fucked. Essentially, that's my channel brand.
So you cover like politics, you do like politics streamer. That's the.
I don't think like okay, you can say politics, but yeah, but so okay, political economy, philosophy, economics, but also psychology. All of these things intersect into why the world's so fucked. I think just like analyzing. So like, what do you mean what do you mean by
from his behavior and actions?
What do you mean by that?
What's a behavior and an action? Do you know that, or should I explain?
No, I'm saying like full of himself. Like so, he comes off as arrogant. I guess he comes off as like
he is arrogant,
he's performing a character.
No, he copes that he's performing a character, but he's just a loser. Whenever he talks,
how do you know that?
Like, I've seen long form conversations, and he's just annoying, and he isn't very funny.
So he's arrogant because you've seen long form conversations with him, and he's not very funny.
And just say arrogant, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And he's an idiot too. He doesn't say anything of value.
Right. So the reason that I like the JREG format is because so how familiar are you with what's your opinion about meme, like internet culture broadly, like the whole esoteric
he's not actually like that, right? He's like the poser version of that Bo Burnham is. He's like a Bo Burnham. It's like
he's
this
like a Bo Burnham
like
skinwalker.
Fake, like pretending that you're like super online, but really you're like basically just a normie. And
what is it? So can nobody try to
for Duckbringer.
Right. What is cool about Bo Burnham?
Nothing.
Okay.
There you go.
I fucking hate Bo Burnham.
So why are we? So we're saying that he's like, okay. So what's
he's
uncool?
like that in a bad way, yeah.
Right. So do you guys just hate fun?
See what I mean?
No,
it's like you're falling for it.
I hate gay shit like Bo Burnham and J-Reg.
They pretend to be introspective, but they're like losers who have like the most surface level opinions, and they wax poetic about them in Netflix documentaries or YouTube skits.
So whose opinions do you like listening to people's opinions at all?
Like cool people, I guess. Yeah, but it's not opinions. He pretends an opinion, but he's trying to be profound.
Who are cool people to you? You listen to Kuihman. Kuihman is your god. Kuihman is your god. So whatever Kuihman likes,
you're like taking what I'm saying and doing this gay extrapolation. My point is very straightforward. It's that J-Reg's retarded and Bo Burnham is gay.
So Bo Burnham is gay, J-Reg is gay. Okay, well the whole point of why I was bringing him up, by the way. Okay, he's retarded. Okay, thank you for specifying. What I like about what J-Reg is doing is that he's using the aesthetics of mental illness. And I think there's other people like. Do you watch DJ Peach Cobbler?
Surface level.
Have you watched DJ Peach Cobbler?
That's like Skinwalker, basically.
Who do you watch? Okay, who do you watch other than Queen? I'm trying to get an idea of your media diet.
There's this video essayist. I think his name's Emro. Have you heard of that guy?
Who's he? Who?
He's like he does like VR chat documentaries. I think he's like a Turkey Tom editor now.
Oh, I think I probably watched some of those by accident where they've had like war stories.
Yeah, DJ Peach Cobbler is another fucking loser, fucking Joseph Anderson Skinwalker retard. Fucking hate that guy. You're just like the worst of every single one of these like faux intellectual morons combined.
Right.
Like what was, and it's because you were on like what, like 4chan, is that it? And you think that's like sad and tragic? Like you're like
I've been on image boards, yeah. No, I've been on image boards.
You don't even want to say which one. Were you on 8chan? Do you not want to say because that one was busted for child porn? Were you posting child porn on 8chan?
I think it's. Do you want to know? Are you actually curious why I don't want to actually name a specific image board?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you would say, I guess, yeah, it would be.
I don't care. Okay, I don't care to signal to anybody like what particular image board that I went on. If I tell you that I went on an image board, it doesn't matter if I went on 2chan or something awful or 8chan or 4chan.
Well, it sort of matters.
What you need to know is that I engaged with something that is not an image
board.
It's a. See? What do you mean it wasn't an image board?
Well,
it was a
we're
forum.
asking because it helps us understand which image board it was.
It's a different format.
Like a forum, like that's what I'm saying. Okay, so an image board.
Yeah. Okay.
Like an image board, a forum, or anything like that is what you guys are asking. Like when I say image board,
because it would help us understand you better.
What do you guys think about? Right. All of them. I've been on every single image board.
Yeah, but when you were like waxing poetic about how it traumatized you as a child, which one specifically? Or was there
probably 4chan? I mean, 4chan was the most prominent when I was a kid, probably.
And you're saying that because like you were traumatized by 4chan, but J-Reg like saved you from the nihilistic spiral.
No, I didn't say that at all. I was actually the reason I was bringing up J-Reg is because so the reason I brought up 4chan at all, by the way, is because 4chan has this weird way of like engaging in five levels of like meta irony.
You're literally skinwalking J-Reg and iDubbbz. You know how pathetic that is?
Can you explain anti-6 threads? Can you explain the idea of a psyop on a trans porn thread, but the trans porn threads being the most prominent part of the board? Can you analyze that? Yeah, that's so interesting. That's not interesting to you.
You're just going to yell over me, but whatever. Why would I explain that? It's just people talking or whatever. What's there to explain? You're over analyzing it.
I gotta be honest. Listen, like since I started talking, can I talk to Kuihman? Because since I started talking to you, I actually lost like 4 viewers. So I don't know if that's a metric or anything. Okay, so Kuihman, do you have any questions for me in light of what I've just been talking about?
No, questions for you. You were talking about yourself.
Any burning questions? Not particularly. You seem like you had more. You kind of I heard you say you had criticisms, and then you came on. It didn't really feel like you ever gave a criticism. You were just like, oh well, sometimes the conversation gets sidetracked.
My criticism is that your platform and the direction that you're taking.
You're not giving a criticism right now. You're just talking.
My criticism. Okay, I can't get a criticism if you're talking over me. By the way.
Okay, I'll let her talk for a moment, Pepsi. Give her some space, okay?
Sorry.
It's okay.
So what was the criticism?
Yeah, what I'm talking about. No, that's the problem. So somebody in your chat was saying the reason I didn't like what Purple was going at is we're just kind of bickering back and forth. Like you took something that I said and you kind of like went down a rabbit hole with it. That's why I didn't like talking with Purple, by the way.
Yeah, that's called a response.
No,
sorry,
it's called frittering away because you want to like take up more and more of the airtime. It's all right.
I'll admit.
So you guys wanted to know what my criticism was, right?
Of Kuihman, yeah.
Yeah.
Of Kuihman. Is that when you let J-Stock on, when you let Kelly, Kelly Jean actually was cooking a little bit, and I don't actually like Kelly Jean at all. So
you're going on a tangent. No one gives a shit because you just get to the fucking criticism. Oh my god! Sorry, Kuihman. I'll mute myself.
Thank you, Babs.
All right. So I don't know. Does your friend want to talk? Like, is he?
I think he's interested in like talking. I think he's calming down.
Is he good? Are you all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna have a conversation? Or are you gonna jump onto me and tell me like 5 different things of what I'm saying?
Get on with it. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. Anyways. So, my disagreement is that I think that if you're going to continue to talk about the Destiny drama, you need to actually get into the things that people did that they can improve on in the future. So when we're talking about Sunday, right, it wasn't necessarily a problem that he leaked that there was a crime. It wasn't even necessarily a problem that he leaked that Pixie was involved in the crime, because obviously most people already fucking knew that she was involved in the crime after it happened,
too long
right?
Explaining this, you should get to the point.
Pepsi, stop jabbing in. The jabs are too much, buddy. Okay?
No, like legit, I'm gonna just go talk. I'm gonna go talk about this in my own. Like, if he's not just gonna shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna leave.
Pepsi. Yeah, I think that's for the best, Pepsi. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Jesus Christ. Where the fuck was I saying? Anyways. Christ almighty. If you're gonna continue to talk about this, you need to consider what people like what Sunday did in terms of I think that like there's been a lot of discussions around, is it good to just like have a public notice of what Sunday did in terms of coming out with it, right? When Sunday was talking with Diorio and he was saying, like I don't want to come out with this unless the person's going to come out with this because my career is going to get fucked. Obviously we know both of those people did not really come out with it at the time they did because of any like legal protection or trying to protect future victims, right? Because that was not the case. It was really just either they wanted to do that and they only did it when it was like financially expedient for them, whatever. Like they can't take credit for protecting victims. They can take credit for blowing the whistle, and I think that Sunday's always going to get that. Like he's always going to have that W, and he deserves it. But he should be criticized, I guess, for not being more careful. Like I'm just reiterating a lot of fucking shit that I already said before. The point is that like or the shit that you guys have already said before. I'm sorry if I'm reiterating it. I'm just kind of like because I feel like a lot of people are going to project on what my opinion is, and they don't say it. So
I'm still not seeing the criticism from me. It seems like you're like, oh yeah, Sunday did this stuff wrong, and J-Stalk sidetracked the conversation, but Kelly was cooking. It's like, there's a bunch of things that happened, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I focus on what people can do better. Is that what you're saying? Give prescriptions?
Yes, you should make more prescriptive, not only prescriptive, but like when you're talking about Sunday, because I know that you can talk to Sunday and you can maintain your business relationship with Sunday and everything while still saying like, hey, maybe you could have done this better. Like we don't need to keep drilling down this drama again and again and again, weeks after weeks. Like and anything that J-Stalk and Willie Mack on, like I wanted to actually, the reason that I wanted to get on, by the way, wasn't to talk to you, Kuihman. It was to talk to Willie Mack. I wanted to actually shut his arguments were so easily shut down by what I'm saying right now. If I was able to like ask him to his face, what do you think in terms of like Erudite, in terms of like this person's like behavior, in terms of like the ethical argument that I'm making right now, the reason that I'm telling you this is because I feel like if you were making if you were arguing from this perspective with these people, or if anybody in your chat was arguing from these perspective when these Destiny glazers come on, they would easily be able to blow them out of the water. And I don't know. I can't prove that.
Okay. I think the reason why this is still getting drilled down on weeks later is just because there's still money to be made in talking about it, so it's easy to rehash the same arguments again and again when someone new talks about them.
And that's why when you have somebody that's close to Destiny on, like Willie Mack, I really think that having these like nukes of this is really what it is. It's not about Sunday. Let's not bicker about Sunday. Let's not bicker about Diorio. Let's not bicker about all these people. Unless Sunday actively leaked a DM that had Pixie saying something that could be like potentially used in an extortion case from Destiny, who the fuck cares? Like, who the fuck cares at this point? It's already out. It was already out. It's just that Sunday decided to monetize it. And in this space, like you can benefit from something monetarily, and you can also like be doing a good thing. So fuck it, you know? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I think that if you had these arguments and you're like I said, you had a chatter that specifically was drilling down the ethical argument. And I think it's just a much stronger position than when they leaked it, like when it was leaked and the victims consent is a stupid fucking irrelevant argument in this. The only part where a victim's consent mattered, like I said, is when Erudite was asking Pixie when, like, if it was appropriate to leak the DMs to Destiny. That's the only time. Otherwise, like, because, for example, there's a lot of cases where sexual violence, or like anytime, like, there's a lot of sex crimes that occur, and depending on your jurisdiction, you don't even, as the victim, have a say over whether or not the state is going to prosecute. Doesn't matter whether or not you want to prosecute. If you don't want to prosecute, they're still going to go after the person because they understand that victims are compromised by their position relative. Usually they're in a position of power under the person who has, like, you know, perpetrated against them. Anyways, I feel like I've yapped enough. I've probably pissed off your chat.
Okay. Anything else you want to say, or is that pretty much it?
Take anything else out of your language.
Okay.
It's cringe. Also, don't do cinema. Also, just like all the Destiny memes, all the DGG memes, you know. Just
cinema isn't that's a TV. Wait, you're saying you know about image boards? That's a TV meme. That's /TV.
Cinema is a TV meme? I wouldn't know, actually. I don't know.
I want you to tell me out how your latte was signed with a heart on Valentine's and every other little detail as I drift into a Kuma.
Okay, look. Guys, what are you in the waiting room for? What are you in here for?
What? I said I calmed down, and the issue was I was like overdoing it, so I figured that, you know, then I could help be a bit more productive.
Hey, Brent, it's free. Hey, you Brent,
it's damage to her.
Free.
So what?
Wow, you got that one in there. Good job.
Sorry about this whole thing's my fault. I really feel bad about.
You feel bad about what?
Well, I sort of like, I didn't know that that's how it was going to happen, so I didn't mean to sort of put this on you. You had the burden of, like, her mental state and
her mental state,
know,
the burden of her mental state
and mine and everyone of your chat, I guess. But listen, I mean, can't you just take a fucking apology, asshole? I'm trying to fucking be conciliatory, and you're just gonna fucking mock me. It's annoying.
I don't know why you're in the waiting room. Did you have anything else you want to say, or was that it?
Well, yeah, when she was there, but obviously she left. Whatever, bye.
All right. Okay. I go trombone. Let's see your deck. Oh, we're doing no more calls for tonight. I think that's Oh my god.